Anyway, if you're on Medicare, make sure to take note of this. This is very interesting. And I'll maybe even throw a couple short little stories in here as well, as my parents are on these types of plans, and we've also seen some changes within their respective Medicare plans. So I can share with you some of the details on what I've seen with their coverages as well. All right, anyway, let's pop this article up right here, right now. Feel free to read through the details on this, and let me explain what this is. Now, this is specific to Medicare Advantage plans. Yeah, Medicare Advantage plans, which encompasses about 35 million people that are enrolled in Medicare Advantage plans, a little more than half of the total people that are totally enrolled in Medicare. But here's what's happening. Some of these different benefits are, again, being reduced or completely canceled. So in this article here, they're talking about 5 of them. Let me run through the details of these. Transportation benefits. Now, a lot of Medicare Advantage plans offer some type of transportation benefit. In other words, if somebody needs a ride to maybe a doctor's appointment or something like that, this is a lot of times an option with a Medicare Advantage plan. However, they're reducing the optionality here and reducing the total number of visits or transportations that you may be able to get in any given year. And again, as they reduce this, it just makes it harder and harder for people to go to maybe doctor's appointments or whatever it happens to be, where they need a ride somewhere. But this is one of the options out there. Now, I also want to point this out. These that I'm talking about here in this video and the ones that are highlighted in this article, that's just what are encompassed in most Medicare Advantage plans. It doesn't mean that every single Medicare Advantage plan covers all of these different benefits at all. Okay, this is just general information. I'm just saying most of them do. All right, next, OTC benefits, over-the-counter benefits. Now, a lot of Medicare Advantage plans also have a quarterly allowance or a quarterly distribution that they give a person, a Medicare Advantage beneficiary, where you can take that and spend it on over-the-counter items, typically through their dedicated catalog, right? So you get this catalog and they give you a certain allocation on a quarterly basis. You can go into the catalog and you can make different purchases up to that threshold for that given quarter. It's a use it or lose it type of benefit. So if you do not use it for the quarter, you would lose that type of benefit. Well, these are being reduced quite a bit. In fact, I know a number of people that are enrolled in Medicare Advantage plans, and I've talked to many of these people, and they've also suggested that this year, 2026, over last year, 2025, that their OTC benefit has been reduced by a pretty substantial amount, like 25, 30, even 50% in some instances. So that's another one that is available. Now, food delivery. Some Medicare Advantage plans offer food delivery services. Again, as you can imagine, these are being scaled back as well, and maybe not as readily available, or maybe completely canceled at all, or maybe you only have a couple options throughout the year to take advantage of food delivery types of services, okay? Next would be fitness and wellness types of memberships and or services. Now, a lot of these Medicare Advantage plans as well, and again, I'm just talking in general terms, not all, but some of them have options where you can get a membership at maybe a local gym, maybe a local yoga studio or a Pilates studio or whatever, fitness center, something like this, or maybe a local community center. There's a lot of different options there. Or maybe you get like a quarterly or a semi-annual or an annual benefit that you can use on exercise equipment. A lot of this is being scaled back as well. In fact, I'll share a quick little story with you. My parents are on Medicare Advantage plans. They also get, just like a lot of people, and that I'm talking about here, they get a gym membership with their Medicare Advantage plan if they just so desire to use it. A couple weeks ago, my dad went to a local gym in the area in which he's located, went to the gym, was like, yep, I'm on Medicare Advantage or whatever. I have this, I think it's maybe Silver Sneakers or Silver and Fit. I'm not sure exactly which one it is, but he has access to one of these, or maybe it's a different one. But anyway, he goes into the gym. Yeah, I want to sign up and I have this here thing. And they're like, no, there's a waiting list. No, we can't give you a membership today. There's a waiting list. And my dad's like, really? How long's the waiting list? And they're like, we can't tell you that. We don't know, right? It's all going to be dependent on when people leave or cancel their membership, and then they're going to, move up the line. So my dad's talking to me about this, and he's like, there's never not going to be a waiting list, right? Who would cancel their gym membership when their Medicare plan is paying for it? No one, right? No one's going to cancel a gym membership. So he's like, yeah, I'll never get a membership there because there's never going to be anybody that cancels their membership. Therefore, the waiting line will never ever move up, right? So anyway, interesting concept. I didn't realize that, right? I did not realize that they have a waiting list to get a membership for seniors that have these different benefits. So, okay, fine. The benefit is there, but does your gym accept it? And do they allow you to get a membership, or do they have a waiting list like I'm talking about here? Interesting. I honestly did not know that until he told me that, and I was like, oh, that's funny, because the reimbursement to the gym or the fitness facility is probably incredibly low. So they're like, why would we fill up our capacity of our fitness center, of our gym, with these senior plans that don't compensate, they don't pay us anything, right? So again, kind of a nasty, kind of a little hidden situation there that is not very appealing, right? So anyway, that's that. Now next, another one on the list here is hearing, dental, vision coverage. This is another big one as well. A lot of Medicare Advantage plans have some built-in coverage for hearing, dental, and vision. A lot of these are being scaled back massively. So anyway, especially when it comes down to dental, again, the number of people that I know that are on Medicare Advantage plans, they experience this from the people that I've talked to about this that said they had their dental plan allocations reduced significantly in 2026 over 2025. Again, maybe last year, 2025, maybe they got, say, $1,500 for dental services or dental procedures or dental work or whatever it happened to be. That might have gone down to, say, like $1,000 now. Well, I'm not sure about you, but if you've been to the dentist lately, $1,000 doesn't go very far.